Hey, this is Mr. Jarvis, and welcome. It's Friday, March 27th. Once again, you check in every day here. The starting point is mrjarvis.net. And then I have no new assignments today, but I want you to work on your survivor's essay, which I started for you. So you're really writing 3 paragraphs and finishing the closing. And then the Peloponnesian War, section 2, I think will be due Tuesday. Work through that as best you can. We're going to go over those answers. So on Google Classroom, also, we'll be having a Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. I'll review stuff for the first part, and then I'll let you guys chat with each other for the rest. Here's our weekly task sheet. What I'd like you to do is, so you have the articles here, your writing planning that which you should refer to as here. I have a sample one all filled out. Um, and That's for that, the essay. And you can go ahead and get working on that essay. So I started this for you. So um, and then I put, this is the introductory paragraph, and I put green is the hook, purple is the forecasting, introducing your subtopics, and red is your thesis statement. So it's all written out for you. And then the orange part are just instructions. In this part, you're going to write about the kids were separated from the families and discovering that in many cases their parents were no longer alive. In this paragraph, they were near starvation and in poor physical health and needed medical attention. How were they helped? Use information from the article, just 3 or 4 paragraph sentences. And then the trauma they experienced. What kind of trauma, psychological trauma, did they experience? And what did people do to help them with that? What was the task? And you might want to mention that they try to keep a very regular day, art classes, school, meals together like they were a family. And eventually they tried to find host families for them all over the world. And then your closing paragraph. You're going to erase everything in orange, but I wrote the first sentence of a closing paragraph is a restatement of your thesis statement. And then after that, you make a strong statement about that sort of sums up the article. Maybe makes your reader think. These Or think about something else. Think about the refugees in South Sudan. Interesting, these kids from the Nazi German concentration camps, after they were liberated, faced many of the same ordeals that Joseph felt, or A Long Walk to Water, the Lost Boys were experiencing, finding food, not knowing where their parents were, not being able to communicate. And close it with something like that. These kinds of situations are still happening today again, unfortunately. So something like that. Give it another couple of sentences to close it out. So really, you're writing 3.5 paragraphs, and you have today, and you have Monday, and you have Tuesday. And if you're having trouble with this, I'm happy to help you. My office hour is 9 to 11. We have a Zoom online conferencing at 10 o'clock. And yeah, just send me an email. I'm happy to give you ideas. We can chat on the phone. You can show me what you have so far, and I can give you pointers. So the other thing I want you, if you have the time to work on, is the Peloponnesian War. And we have some people who finished it already. But some people are saying, well, where do I get the information for these questions? These are links. So for part 2, this is the causes. So these questions are from here. And then you click. So you're going to click what famous Greek wrote about the Peloponnesian War, and what was his book called? There we go. I bet I could find it in here. Looks like I found my answer. So, or at least part of it. My computer's, this is loading a little slowly, but this is the site you go to. And let me know if you're having trouble with that. I'm flexible, I can help you out. So, so there it is. And I have to accept cookies. And so let's see what down. You can kind of skim through this. And let's find the name of the book. The History of the Peloponnesian Wars. Okay. All right. You could find the answer there and plus more. So you just have to kind of skim through it. And then we'll be going over these later. So maybe get step 1 and 2 done by Monday and work on step 3. Hopefully you've come up with some of the reasons. And there you have it. So good luck. Please contact me if you have any trouble at all. I'm thinking maybe next Friday for this. Okay. So I just want to kind of keep you on track. I think section 1 should be done. You should be moving on to section 2. That's all. So thank you, and hopefully everything's going well. Contact me if you need any help.